If you have found yourself in one of these streets of Nairobi, that's why you realize that Google Maps is no longer your friend and you're all alone and you're going to need some expertise to navigate around some of these streets. And remember that around 80% of Nairobi's population is middle class, right? So we live in either of these streets, right? So it's either you're an expert or you're not, and if you're not, then you're going to have a huge challenge navigating around these streets. Yeah, it's going to be it's difficult. Google Maps just picks up on you, and this is where you find that service delivery in some of these areas is really complicated and can take a long time before you get the service, or it's expensive considering that we have one of the most expensive logistics across the globe. Currently has 35%, so every product that it's getting delivered to your doorstep, you have to pay a markup of 35%. So we do need a solution to this, because businesses do really struggle when it comes to the last mile logistics a lot, and that's why we really do need some solution. We need some solution if we're going to become a fast forward country and stop being a shithole country, right? So basically that's why I'm up and down trying to actually, trying to find a solution. That's why Residence Technologies exists. I run Residence Technologies, or I started Residence Technologies rather, to help solve all of these solutions. And how we're solving it is we map these buildings, whether it has a name or it doesn't. So we map it and we assign it a number, or we index them. So whether where you live or where you stay doesn't have a building name, and it's in one of these streets, it's very difficult to find that building and identify that building. That building, when it's indexed on our system, you can just share the number, the address number. It's an address number. So, and how to get that number is go to the Residence Technologies map option, and you will see whether your building has been mapped or not. And from there, you'll be able to see your building number or your building code. So we take a photo, and with that number, when someone searches that number, they will get a photo of the building and the closest landmarks that are around that building to help you navigate through there. It also has Google Maps in it. So now when Google Maps abandons you, and because Google Maps isn't meant for these street stuff, you need that help to be able to identify this specific building. How does it look? You need to know how does it look like, right? Which is it? Okay, which closest landmark is it? Is it that compressor shop? Is it, a push-up? You need that, and you need to know how the building looks like. Right? Other than this, because if we are going to overly rely on making the phone calls for all home deliveries that we're going to make, that's not a scalable module, because if a rider has to stop and make phone calls for over 100 people every day, they're going to lose a lot of time. It slows them down, and it reduces their revenue. And also from your end, the delivery is definitely going to take a while. It's going to take time. So at the end of the day, we need an efficient way. The reason why, and you can check it out, DHL doesn't allow you to ship anything if you don't have a specific unique address. So you're probably not going to use their services even if they're good. So for us now, we are trying to help you get services as quickly as possible, especially when it comes to emergencies. or if it's that online order that you just ordered, let the rider be able to come and identify, independently identify that you're building, and at the same time we do it in a way that that address doesn't actually show your name, phone number, doesn't have uh, any personal details actually. So we're solving the problem in a way that still it does protect your privacy. So as long as you know what your building number is, and that number is unique, the number is totally unique across the country. Currently, we are only in Resambu Ward. Is it Ward? Yeah, I think Ward. So we've done Resambu, Zimmerman, Mirema, TRM. We're moving on to Ruara and stuff. And that's why we need your help to actually help us understand whether we are solving the problem or we are not solving your problem. And if we are solving it the right way, we could be solving the problem but solving it in the wrong way, that eventually it's not going to be sustainable. And we do want to help businesses build sustainable businesses, especially when it comes to the last mile logistics. We want to help to be the backbone of the next Amazon. If you are running an e-commerce business, you're trying to scale your e-commerce business, you can use our data to make deliveries faster and efficiently. You have a logistics company, you can use our data, you can use our database to deliver the packages as efficiently as possible, right? So yeah, that's why we need your help. So just go to Residence Technologies, just check it out, just use it, try it out, see whether we're actually solving your problem or not. And if we are not, how can we improve the system? How can we make the system better? How can we do more? How can we solve the problem from your perspective, from your eyes? Because that's what we need, and that's the help that we need. So go to Residence Technologies, check the platform out. If you want to see the buildings that we've actually mapped, just go to the maps option. It will show you which buildings we've actually mapped, and just click on any of them. It will show you the address numbers, or go on get address option and maybe search any number. Maybe right now I think we've done over 3,000 buildings. Ah, uko fiti fiti. Yeah, so that was a friend of mine, and yeah, so just go check it out and help us understand how can we solve this problem, how can we increase the efficiency of service delivery in these streets. Because as the population grows, as development grows, it's definitely going to be more and more difficult, and we need a sustainable solution and sustainable uh, you know option that we can use. Personally, I don't think making a phone call every time, 3 or 4 times before you get your package is actually sustainable at all. It's definitely not, because it's an extra cost, extra time that eventually you're not going to have. So if it's about getting service delivered to your doorstep, or getting the emergency services, why not get them as quickly as possible, right? Because if it's an emergency, time is a factor. It's a huge factor, right? Someone could die, and you need those services as quickly as possible. So that's why we're trying to actually reduce that time that it takes to get a service delivered, and the cost, instead of paying 4 or 5 times that the cost, because first of all, the rider doesn't know where they're going. Definitely going to get lost. They can't really master all the buildings that are around in these streets. They really can't. And even if they could, they can't master more than 100, right? So it means that they can't scale either, and that means they have cap on how much money they can make. And as the economy is getting difficult and more difficult with the current situations, we need to do more. We need to increase economic performance individually and as a whole, right? Because Kenya just reported a decline in the economic performance for 2024, as in 2024, since COVID, and that means the economy is getting difficult. Things are getting harder and harder. So we need efficiency. We need efficiency, and that's why we are trying to index each and every building, each and every building. It doesn't matter whether it's residential or business. We are mapping and indexing all of them, issuing a unique number. That number is unique across the country, actually. So if it's 1490, if it's 800, it's only 800. So if you search, go to get address option and just search 800, it's definitely going to give you some result, an address or a building that number represents a building, and it gives you the coordinates of where that building is. Basically like Google Maps, but now I'd say Google Maps ya kienyeji, it's meant for us, meant for these tricky streets to navigate, where you need to understand where I'm going, how does the building look like, what's the closest landmark there. When I get there, how do I know that this is the specific building? This is especially for riders, because in most cases, find that rider gets it gets some challenge when they are trying to deliver a package to you, and that's where they have to call you 3 or 4 times. It's inefficient. So that's why residence technologies exist anyway. So just go check it out. Give us your feedback on it. Just search. You don't have to download anything, actually, web-based. So just search residence technologies on your browser and give us a comment, give us a feedback on social media, because we are really desperate for your feedback to understand how we are solving this problem, how we can solve it better for you and for everyone else, whether it's individually or for the businesses, to be able to actually scale massively and turn things around. Because I guess if we can be able to turn things around with efficiency is sustainable in the long term. So go check out our platform. Let us know what you think. Give us your 2 cents, and we'll appreciate it. So I'm actually about to map this building. This one you can see here. So I'll take a photo of it, and then once I take a photo of it, I'll upload the closest landmark. It could be the hospital or something that or this next building, this opposite building here. It doesn't have a name though, but I think that hospital works best. So, and then I'm going to add the coordinates of the building, where the building is actually located. And then I think there's it's a driving school there. In the road over on the other side, it's Committee Roads. I'm in Roysambu right now. So when now I'm finished adding the details to this building and taking a photo and uploading everything, the system will generate a unique number to this building, right? And when that number is generated, now I can be able to view it on the residence technologies platform. Just go to maps. When I open it, if I'm here, it's actually going to geolocate from here, and it's going to give me this. I'm going to be able to see that number, right? So when I see that number, I just need to remember that number, right? So the next time I need a friend or I need a service delivered to my doorstep, I just need to give them that number, right? It could be 900, could be 3000, could be 1480, right? So I just need to give you that number, and then you just type it on our search engine. You just get address. The search engine is going to give you the same information that I took when I'm on the ground, and that's why we actually have to go on the ground. We're not mapping from an office. We go to the ground, take a photo of that building, and actually make sure that we give you eyes from the ground, from wherever you are, whether it's the business, whether it's the rider, whether it's your friend who wants to come over. They get to see what we saw, and when they arrive here, they are able to actually identify this building, how it looks like from the photo that we took, and the closest landmarks that we actually uploaded. So if Google Maps fails, we don't fail, right? You have a backup. So I'm about to, yeah, check out. So you guys, that is my request, my humble request. Just give us your 2 cents. Let us know what you think of this. Yeah, your 2 cents. We'd really appreciate that. Go check out the platform, and let us know whether we are solving the problem the right way or the wrong way, and how can we do better. So I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, and cheers.